How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, wow, Devin Haney is back at it again, man. He's pretty much telling you guys exactly how he feels, man, and I don't blame him. He's pretty much saying that, Teofimo Lopez needs to take his losses pretty much like a man. And what he's saying by that is he's saying that he's saying that the judges said that Teofimo lost, and that the fans are saying that Teofimo lost. They're saying George Camboso won fair and square, which I agree. I really do agree. George Camboso and Teofimo Lopez, George Camboso dropped Teofimo Lopez and pretty much put down the knockout artist. He put him down. He pretty much, you know, put the bully down, in so many words, and that bully being Teofimo Lopez, he was just bullying opponents. He was, weight bullying them, and he was a lot bigger than a lot of these guys, and I heard it was very hard for him to make weight. His last fight at 135. Hence the reason why he got knocked down, I feel like, and he just didn't look like himself. But there's no excuse, you didn't get the win, you didn't win, and you got to take your loss like you take your wins. You got to take it on the chin, and just come back better next time. But let me know. I'm gonna let you guys hear what Devin Haney had to say about TFE.
Ironically, you're on ESPN and you're on his side. So you made a couple statements saying that the fact that everything was all, I guess, written for you and Cambosis.
How can he say that it was written with me and Cambosis if he lost? It wasn't like he went in there and he got robbed. He really lost. He got dropped and he lost. George won fair and square, whether he liked it or not. The people that truly watch know that George really won. So how can it be fixed when you lost?
And the fact that you're going to ESPN fighting on that.
Yeah, he said the zone set it up or something like that. It was set up through the zone, but fighting on ESPN. So he can say what he want to say. I told you guys he was delusional before, and it's starting to show.
And you mean that in the most
yeah,
respectful way,
yeah,
not
yeah.
like because of the social media things.
No, like I truly think that something is wrong because he really believes that he said something about a decision. It was already made. Bro, you lost. And you have to acknowledge that to get better or to to go out and get more. Understanding you lost to a better man that night, and you keep it pushing. You go back to the drawing board and you get back to the top.
Wow, there you go. So that's what he said. So yeah, that's what Devin Haney said about George Camboso, man. I mean, excuse me, that's what Devin Haney said about Teofimo Lopez. I mean, Teofimo Lopez, like I said, he's gotta take his losses like he takes his wins, and he just got to, he's gotta suck it up. He's got a loss on his resume. I know he didn't thought he was gonna go undefeated his whole career, which probably 98, I say 99% of the fighters don't go undefeated their career. Um, and Devin Haney's just telling him the facts, man. You lost. Everybody said you lost. A lot of people say he lost. Some people say Teofimo Lopez won. Um, but I don't know. I can't see it. He got dropped. He George Camboso was, put a high number of punches out, per round. And his work rate was really good. George Camboso's was, for coming in there being a challenger, man. He really set the tone early in the fight. And yeah, man, I got this one dark, Jose. My bad, bro. I got this one dark. Um I got it's early in the morning. I got this one dark this time, man. But yeah, some of the videos I make plain like that, or I can make them in my own house pretty much for the most part. But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk and tell you guys so you guys can rewatch this as well. And pretty much tell you guys, look, man, Devin Haney I understand him. He's saying that Teofimo Lopez, is a sore loser. And, he doesn't like to lose, obviously, but he's saying that he didn't lose, and he's saying that it was a setup, that ESPN and Top Rank set it up, and, that, you know, and that, the zone has something to do with the setup. That's what he said. That's what Teofimo Lopez said. He said the zone has something to do with, this whole setup situation. But what I'm trying to tell you is Teofimo Lopez lost fair and square, and he's saying that the zone has something to do with it, but the fight, he's saying that this was all in the cards for Devin Haney to fight George Camboso for his belts. He feels like this was all in the cards, that, the zone, had this all planned out. Mind you, the Teofimo Lopez, excuse me, the Devin Haney versus George Camboso fight is not even on the zone. The zone doesn't have nothing to do with this fight. With Devin Haney and George Camboso, you know. That's another thing. That's another thing where it kind of caught my eye, where I'm just like, wow, man, like, you could go off and say something that wild, and his father's backing him. The crazy part about it is, you guys, his father's backing him 100%. His father's like, yeah, we didn't lose the fight. It was a setup, and all of this stuff, and pretty much Devin Haney's like, look, you're delusional, and you need to get help. That's what Devin Haney's saying to Teofimo Lopez on his thoughts on, the recent transactions, and, Teofimo Lopez's recent interview, which I told you guys in one of the other videos I made. Teofimo Lopez did a video with Fight Hype, man, and he definitely did not look like he was still he just definitely didn't look like he got over that loss he took with George Camboso. He doesn't look like he got over it. He looked like it's still weighing in on his head and in his mind. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. Devin Haney has just picked the best time, man. I truly feel, to go across the water, man, and gain a whole lot of Australian fans. Uh, and I just think that this is a big, big fight, man, in Australia, man. Australia doesn't get a whole lot of world-class fights like this, and a lot of world championship-style fights like this. Australia just doesn't get it. I don't hear a lot of fights going down in Australia that are, for world titles. So this is a big one. This is a huge event. And Devin Haney is gonna be a part of that. And that's gonna do nothing but help his career. But is Devin Haney biting off more than he can chew? Because I just see George Camboso in every interview, he just looks laser focused. Like he's lasered in. He's not having a care in the world. Like, he's not scared of nothing of Devin Haney and what Devin Haney can bring to the table. He's saying he's gonna pick Devin Haney apart, just like he picked Teofimo Lopez apart, and he's moving on to the next. And dude. If this dude George Camboso can beat undefeated prime Teofimo Lopez and an undefeated prime Devin Haney, we might have to put this dude at the pound for pound number one. You know what I'm saying? Numero uno, George Camboso. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. This is, Jose in the chat says Devin is going to have to knock him out to win. And that's the problem. That's the problem, Jose. That's the problem, where I'm feeling like that's what he's going to have to do. You already heard Earl Spence said he's taking a trip down there Earl Spence saying he's going to Australia to support Devin Haney. Hey, I support that. You know what I mean? Other fighters, other black fighters, African American fighters teaming up, man. I like that. Canelo Alvarez, goes to Mexicans fighters, fights all the time. And he travels to do that, So I think I think that's hella dope. Earl Spence is probably like, I need a reason to go to Australia. That's definitely a good reason to go to Australia. And yeah, man. Man, Australia's gonna be booming, dude. Devin Haney and his father said that they're gonna go to the arena and go to Melbourne, Australia, where the fight's gonna be at a month in advance, you guys. So they said they're going over there a month in advance. So, big time, news. And Devin Haney and his dad are up against a giant. Believe it or not, they got a lot of chips stacked against them. The writing's on the wall. Devin Haney is not supposed to come in here and win this fight. Devin Haney is not supposed to come in here and upset the apple cart. They already have it in place for Lomachenko to fight. The winner, which is they're thinking that George Kambosos is gonna be there. If it's a close fight, man, I just really think I really truly think that Devin Haney is not gonna get a fair shake if it's a close fight. I just don't think it is. If George Kambosos, and that's another thing, Devin Haney's style is more of a boxer's, style. Not an aggressive boxer, but just a regular boxer. He's just like not a regular boxer, but a very highly, technical fighter. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by that is, that's Devin Haney. So for you to tell him that he has to win by a knockout, he has to change his whole game plan. You know? He's gotta change his whole game plan. Shout out to UGC Flame, Grand Rising, bro. No doubt, bro. Shout out to UGC in the chat. Salute. Go subscribe to my brother, man. No doubt. Jose says they're stacking everything against Devin. You're correct. Yeah, man. And I'm telling you guys right now, man, like, the more and more I think about it, man, Devin Haney is up Schitt's Creek right now, man. I mean, you gotta understand, man. They already made the rematch clause and everything, man. It's either they're gonna fight, I believe, so they got it, the contract set up where if Devin Haney loses, it's a one-off. It's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? It's a done deal. But if George Kambosos wins, if Devin Haney wins, let me get this right. I'm trying to explain this. If Devin Haney wins, okay, he's gonna get an automatic rematch that he's already signed up for. He can't get out of it. He's got to fight. He's got to beat Kambosos twice, I believe. And that's fucked up within itself. It should just be a one-off thing. They both got a belt. It shouldn't be a rematch clause, But when you're dealing with fucking Top Rank and fucking Lou DiBella, you got to deal with shit like that, Not only that, there's a third fight for Devin Haney. So if he wins twice, so if he beats George Kambosos twice, then he's pretty much has the opportunity to face Vasyl Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? The Lomachenko fight is going to be on the table for Devin Haney. If he can get through George Kambosos twice. He's got to beat him twice, okay? He's got to beat him once in his backyard, all the way in Australia. You fucking 20 hours away from America. He's got to do that, and then he's got to do it a second time, okay? Probably in the U.S. somewhere, okay? And then after that, he's got the opportunity to, like, hey, look, you just beat George Kambosos twice. You get to fucking fight a fresh Lomachenko. You just won a grand prize, Vasil Lomachenko, a fucking Olympic gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? And a world champion. UGC Flame says he's B-side back to back if he wins. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up. But that's crazy, man. That these fighters, and it's fucked up that Devin Haney got to take an 80-20 split too. He's taking less money too. This whole deal is fucked up, to be honest with you. I'm going to just keep it real with you. Devin Haney is a real one for taking this fight, man. You know, I say what I say about his dad and him. You know, I've never talked, bad about him, but they just characters sometimes. You know, they say some wild shit to get publicity, And, but they're backing up all that shit with this one, man. They're backing up all that shit with this one, man. I'm proud of Devin Haney for taking this fight, man. I really am, man. He's the B side, okay, going into the fight. He's taking an 80-20 split, okay? He's only getting 20% of the purse, okay? If he wins, he's got to beat George Kambosos twice. What if it's a knockout, drag-out fight and it's fucking, candidate for fight of the year and fucking Devin Haney squeaks it out? He's got to do that shit again. As fucked up as it is, man, he's got to do that shit again, yo. Jose in the chat says, my bro, I heard if he wins the first one, the second one still has to be in Australia. See, I don't know 100% about that, if the second fight is supposed to be in Australia or in America, but that's even more fucked up. If both fights have to be in Australia, if he wins, he's got to fight him twice in Australia. That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope he didn't sign no damn contract like that. That's out of control right there. UGC says he's humbling himself for legacy. Hashtag the dream from UGC Flame. Wow, man. Jose Diaz says fact. UGC Flame says that's a fact, Jose. And you guys got to understand, man, both you guys got to understand Devin Haney is coming into this fight at the tender age of 23. George Kambosos is already a mature grown man at 28. He's not over the hill. He's not past his prime. He's fucking ready. He sparred over 200 rounds with Manny Pacquiao. So you guys got to understand, man, this guy, George Kambosos, is ready. Is George Kambosos a rare breed? Is George Kambosos that next big thing, man? George Kambosos has like a Conor McGregor like aura about him a little bit. I'm not even going to lie. When I seen that the press conference, he reminded me of Conor a little bit, the way he was picking apart and dissecting Devin Haney and his father and just, saying little, jokes and stuff here and there. He was real witty with it. You know what I mean? He was real catchy with it. You know what I mean? And I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, okay. He took some thought into this. You know what I mean? He's telling Devin Haney and his father, Devin Haney wasn't wearing a tie. You know what I mean? Devin Haney just had a hoodie on. He said, I respect your father. He said, your father has a suit on. You know what I'm saying? Where's yours at? Do you even have one? Like he keeps fucking with him. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think it's gonna be an entertaining, build up for George Kambosos and Devin Haney. And it's two undefeated in their prime fighters, man. And I'm not gonna lie, ESPN and Top Rank is are behind another one. I'm not gonna lie, man. Top Rank has been putting on some good shows lately, man. So, You know, Top Rank put on the Wilder 3, Wilder versus Fury 3. You know, the Top Rank did that. Top Rank put on, it's so many fights Top Rank is putting on right now. And I think they're doing really good, man. I really do. Bob Arum looked high as shit in the press conference, dude. When he was, him and Lou DiBella was standing side by side, yo. I looked at both of them and fucking Bob Arum looked toasted. I mean, he looked like he had the biggest blunt that he had ever smoked leading up into that press conference, bro. He didn't say a word, bro. He was like jive, just listening to fucking. He was just listening, high as shit, bro. He probably was like, man, if I gotta be in this interview, I'm gonna be high, bro. Y'all know he smoked, so it's crazy. Bob Arum's like 92 years old, bro, smoking gas from Cali. Let me see. Okay, so you said Jose says UGC. That's what I heard. UGC Flame in the chat says the last American undisputed champion we had was Bud Crawford, aka Terrence Crawford. Haney could be next. We need this one. America. Yeah, man. Yeah, we need another undisputed champion from America, man. You know? I mean, shout out to everybody's country, but, Josh Taylor was undisputed and he's, from overseas and everything like that. But, as far as American goes, man, we definitely could use a couple, you know what I mean? Undisputed champions, Canelo Alvarez is from Mexico. Like I said, Josh Taylor's from, another across the water. So, and George Camboso, he's from Australia. So if he wins, he'll have it. So if Devin Haney wins, like UGC said, that this will be huge. This will be huge. And that's why I'm trying to tell you guys, man. You guys don't know how much, how much Devin Haney's back is against the wall on this fight, man. I really don't think you guys understand that shit. You know what I mean? Devin Haney's back is against the wall. He's putting his undefeated record on the line, man. This is way bigger than, even Gervonta Davis. I hate to bring up, Gervonta Davis in this, but Gervonta Davis is at 135 too. So I got to, I don't see that. I don't see Gervonta Tank Davis doing no shit like this right now. It's just being honest. Maybe it's because of the contract he is in with Mayweather, but I mean, Devin Haney is 23 years old and he's ready. There you go. There you go. King Kong is ready to go again. Yeah, tough loss, but decent career. Boxing did him dirty. Oh, you always, yeah, always, bro. Just cause I'm from Cuba, but fact, before feeling always. Oh, y'all going at UGC does this sometimes. They contacted me just because I pulled from screenshotted it. So, oh, okay then. But yeah, man, I just wanted to tell you guys I had a little technical difficulties with the phone, man, and John went out on me. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys, man, this is how it is. This is what's for. Thank you. I just wanted to tell you guys, look, man, with Devin Haney, he's really going for, he's going for it all right now. And I'm with him 100%. I hope he gets it. I hope everything works out. But it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a tough road that he just picked for himself. See, this road that Devin Haney picked for himself is gonna be a lot different than the road that Gervonta Davis has walked. this fight alone, is huge. But I'm gonna be honest. Gervonta Davis, to compare careers, he's got his own wins. He's got wins over Leo Santa Cruz. He's got wins, and he beat. You guys got to understand, he beat Gamboa before Devin Haney beat him. You know what I'm saying? So that's another feather in his cap. But there's a lot going on, and I really, really, truly think that Devin Haney can get the job done, but it's not gonna be easy, man. He's, like I said, he's got the chip stacked against him. He's going all the way to Australia to fight a guy, you see what I'm saying, that's undefeated, and he's from Australia with more belts than him. And he's the A side, you know? So from what people are telling me, if the fight's close, Devin Haney has no chance on winning. That's what a lot of people are telling me right now. That's what a lot of diehard boxing fans are telling me right now. They're telling me if Devin Haney and George Kambosos' closest fight is close on the scorecards, Devin Haney has no chance on winning. Top Ranks promoting the card. Kambosos, A-side, Top Rank fighter. It's wild, man. We're going to see, though. We're going to see, man. Devin Haney, this is the chance of a lifetime for him, though. To get all 4 belts at one time, and all he's got to do is fight one guy. This is a chance of a lifetime for him, man. It really is. It's a chance of a lifetime, and it's one of those things, you guys. It's one of those fights that can define Devin Haney's career. If he loses this fight and then comes back and maybe beats him in a rematch or whatever the case may be, yeah, it'll sting a little bit. He'll get his, maybe he could fight him again. I'm not sure. If Devin Haney loses this fight, it's gonna definitely, yeah, people are gonna say, man, he tried so hard. Okay? But in actuality, if you can't get the job done, that's all that a lot of hardcore fans want to hear. Who is the cream of the crop at 135? We're getting a chance to see 2 guys go against each other that might not ever win against each other if it wasn't under these circumstances. You see what I'm saying? UGC Flame in the chat says it's a hashtag dream, Corey, if he wins. Yeah. Jose Diaz says destroy Gamboa. Gamboa needs to retire already. Been knocked out too many times. Yeah, man. You guys got to understand, man. But, Devin Haney is one of those fighters, you guys, I truly feel, that can be special. Okay? That can be that guy. That comes in and has a hell of a performance. Okay? Okay? But for him to have a hell of a performance like that, he's gotta go in, super tunnel vision mode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he really does. So I just wanted to touch on this a little bit, man. I done burned for almost 30 minutes now. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of my thoughts on this whole Devin Haney situation. I think it's a pretty big, fight coming up in Australia. Both guys really want it. I think both guys are definitely going to be there. And yeah, man, we're on to the next video, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. We will be back with another banger. Please subscribe and check out Corey Lee Boxing, man, on Instagram. My Cash App is Corey Lee Boxing. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll be right back with another video, man. Stay tuned.